Let's be honest. Does your office ever feel like a total whirlwind of emails, files, and documents flying in every direction? Well, today, we're going to transform that chaos. We're opening up the modern office playbook to really master the flow of information, turning your desk from a point of stress into an absolute powerhouse of efficiency. So let's dive right in. So here's our roadmap. We're going to follow the complete life cycle of information in the office. First, we'll get a handle on the digital stuff. Then we'll bridge that gap to physical documents. After that, we'll tackle that daily flood of incoming mail. Then figure out how to send things out effectively. And finally, the big one. We'll tie it all together into one seamless, powerful system. Okay, first things first. Let's reframe how we even think about this. Your desk, it's not just a place to put your computer. It's a command center. You've got to see it that way. Every single piece of information, whether it's digital or physical, needs to be directed with purpose, kind of like an air traffic controller managing flights. If you get this right, trust me, everything else just falls into place. So our first stop is, of course, the digital world. I mean, pretty much all information these days is born digital, right? So getting a handle on these electronic records is really the foundation of any modern, efficient office. Think of it like this. You're building your very own high-speed digital library. So let me ask you a question. When you save a file, where does it actually go? Does it vanish into that downloads folder abyss? Or maybe it's just floating around on a chaotic desktop? You know what I'm talking about. Without a system, finding that one crucial report can feel like an impossible treasure hunt. So let's build the map to that treasure. A really strong system breaks down into 4 simple habits. First up, standardize how you name your files. Something like project name _ document type _ date. That way, they're instantly understandable to everyone. Second, structure your folders logically, just like a physical filing cabinet. Everything needs a home. Third, and this is a big one, control your versions. Use V1, V2, or dates to stop yourself from sending the wrong draft. And finally, archive your old projects regularly. It just keeps your active workspace clean and super efficient. And, why does all this even matter? Well, because a solid digital filing system means you're not that person wasting 15 minutes searching for a file while a client is waiting on the phone. It's all about speed, it's about professionalism, and it's about having total control over your information. It literally puts everything you need right at your fingertips in seconds. All right, now let's bridge that gap from the digital world to the physical one, because sometimes you just need a hard copy, right? But using office hardware effectively isn't just about clicking print, it's about doing it wisely. Here is a super simple printer setting that makes a huge difference. Collation. You've probably seen the button. Instead of printing 10 copies of page 1, then 10 of page 2, and so on, collation gives you 10 complete, already sorted sets of your document. It is one small click that saves a mountain of annoying manual sorting. And this just highlights the simple choice you make every single time you print. Look, single-sided is totally fine for a quick draft, but for anything longer, like reports or internal records, duplex or double-sided printing is just the smarter way to go. You instantly cut your paper usage in half, which is not only good for your budget, but for the environment too. Okay, so we've managed our digital files and we're printing smarter. Now let's talk about information coming into the office from the outside world. That daily pile of physical mail doesn't have to be a source of clutter. We can tame. The absolute key here is triage. The second that mail arrives, sort it by who it's for, recipient or department. Then prioritize it. An overnight envelope is obviously more urgent than a catalog. If you can, scan and digitize the important stuff to bring it into your digital library. Then get everything distributed to the right person and deal with junk mail right away. The goal is to direct everything with purpose so nothing gets lost in the shuffle. And this really gets to the heart of why this matters so much. It isn't just about looking tidy. An effective mail system means the right person gets a critical invoice or an important notice hours earlier than they would have otherwise. And that little head start, that can give you a real competitive edge. We've covered getting information in. Now let's focus on sending it out. Preparing your outgoing mail effectively is that final step in projecting a professional, totally organized image to the rest of the world. And choosing the right method is crucial. This table breaks it down perfectly. Are you just sending a non-urgent thank you note? Standard Post is totally fine. It's low cost. But what if you need to get a contract signed this week? Well, Priority Mail gives you that great balance of speed, cost, and tracking. But if that document absolutely, positively has to be there tomorrow morning, an express courier is your only real choice, even with the higher cost. It's all about matching the method to the mission. So we've walked through the entire life cycle, right? Digital, printing, incoming, and outgoing. Now it's time to tie it all together, because you have to remember none of these steps exist in a vacuum. They are all part of one big interconnected system. And here it is, the ultimate takeaway. Consistency is everything. The care you take when you're naming a digital file should be the exact same care you apply when you're sorting the mail. When every small process is handled with intention, your entire workflow becomes stronger, faster, and way more professional. And that brings us all the way back to where we started. Your desk is a command center, and it's directing the flow of information that fuels all your work. So after looking at this playbook, the real question is your system truly built for success? What's one change you can make today to improve that flow? Thanks for watching.